Hello and welcome to Brothers Forge Gaming. Today we're going to look at Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on the Xbox system. Also released for PS2. We just happen to have it for Xbox, so we're going to check that out. I'm going to give you the intro. So if you're familiar with the intro and you don't want to watch it, go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. Alright, here we go.
You are weary from your travels, but mesmerized at the sight of Baldur's Gate. Not only a town of myth and legend, but also a place where one can find fame and fortune around every corner. It is night as you enter the city, and it seems strangely deserted. But you soon discover that the night holds danger as well. And in an instant, that danger is upon you.
Easy pickings. Agar.
Indeed. Let's see what our little ambush has won us.
Halt! Who goes there?
It's the watch.
Let's get out of here!
Yes, but take the gold. Leave the rest for the watch.
Damnable thieves. They grow bolder with each passing day.
Still some life in this one. Looks like all they did was make off with some possessions.
Easy there. That's quite a blow you took.
Those thieves that attacked made off with your possessions. But at least you're alive.
They're becoming more bold with each passing day.
You'd best stay off the streets after the sun sets. It's not safe out here.
You can seek shelter in the Elf Song Tavern. It's close enough.
Aye, more than enough cutthroats there. Could be one of them would even know how to find those that attacked you.
Drawn by a haunting voice, you come to the Elf Song Tavern. It is a small place, filled with a motley assortment of patrons and grisly trophies. There, the haunting voice is all around you, and the patrons are silent as the song washes over them. One by one, they all seemed lost in its call.
Beautiful song, isn't it? I've heard her sing 100 times, and each time it still moves me. It's the spirit of an elven woman. She haunts this tavern, singing once every couple of nights. No one truly knows. Her spirit was here when I first bought this tavern. Some say she sings for a lost love, a soldier who died defending Baldur's Gate. They say she sings in the hope he will hear her voice and return home. Still, that's nothing but hearsay and tales. Welcome to the Elf Song Tavern. What can I get you? Sounds like members of that new thieves guild I've been hearing about. You're lucky to be alive. Word is they're responsible for the murder of 2 city watchmen and the disappearance of several thieves from the old guild. Yes. Look, I wouldn't cross blades with those thugs if I were you. Just stay clear of them unless you want to end up dead in an alley, all right? Well, no one knows where their guild hall is. Still, if you're determined to find them, try the sewers. I'll wager they've been using them to move around Baldur's Gate. It's probably what's been driving all those sewer rats up to the surface. Well, there's a gate to the sewers in the cellar of this tavern. I locked it up a long time ago, before the Guild War began. Well, there's a problem with that. Actually, maybe we can help each other out. Well, we've had to lock up the cellar because of the horde of rats that suddenly showed up down there. Clear them out for me, and I'll give you the key to the sewer gate. And a little gold to help you get back on your feet. What do you say? The door to the cellar's locked, so you'll need to get the key from Ethon over in the corner there. Ethon's one of our regulars. He usually fetches wine from the cellar for me, but he hasn't been able to go down there since the rats appeared. Only this past week. If those thieves are using the sewers to move around Baldur's Gate, they may have driven the rats out. Luck be with you. And watch those rats. Some of them can be vicious when backed in a corner. There are no enemies here.
Welcome, friend. I saw you come in. Nasty bump on the head you've got there. Something I can do for you? I do. We locked the door to the cellar once the rats started swarming around down there. Did you need it for something? Are you sure it was the rat problem? Or are you thinking of hunting down those thieves that attacked you? I overheard your conversation with Aelith. Look, friend. You've met them once and escaped with your life. Don't test your luck twice. Well, if the thieves won't keep you from going down there, maybe the rats will. All right, then. I won't say I didn't warn you. Here's the key to the cellar door. Don't be too long, or else I'll have to come down and get you. Oh, and before you go, take this dagger. It's not much, but it might do you some good.
What do you want? I got no coin to spare, so don't think your begging will make me part with a single copper. Oh, there's always been thieves in Baldur's Gate. This latest batch may be a bit more bloodthirsty than most, but they haven't crossed me yet. Still, I'd rather be able to part with my coins at the bar than keep them in my purse. The bartender, Aelith, cut me off 2 nights ago. I keep coming back, hoping she'll change her mind, but she hasn't come around yet. And with the cellars locked, I can't slip down below to get a spare bottle that tied me over. But maybe you could. Yeah, if you could find some way to get that cellar door key from old Ethon, then head down to the cellars to get me a bottle, I'd make it worth your while.
Welcome, friend.
Have you taken care of those rats yet? I'm not giving you the key to the sewers until they're all wiped out. Well, I'd prefer you get to it before they change the name of this tavern to the Rat's Nest. Talk to Ethon if you don't have the key to the cellar yet.
Yeah, see, it's not working. Switched out the hottie, the naked hottie. Thought I'd give you guys some eye candy, but you know, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna run through this game as fast as possible to actually probably just go with the two-hander, although there we go. Just run through this game as fast as possible. In the epic battle through it on hard, you know, I got a bunch of cool gear. So yeah, I'm just going to run through. Normally you'd want to, I'll give you a quick intro to the game. Normally you'd want to smash every barrel, open every door, do every little everything. Well, we're just going to smash through this game. I probably don't even really need to kill any of the enemies. I can just go straight to the end of the game probably. But it's a fun game. This is a co-op game. You get lots of breakables, you get secret passages, you get hidden hallways, things like that. So if you love yourself a good hack and slash game, then by all means you need to get yourself Baldur's Gate. For me, this is a cool run through because I had it on PlayStation originally. This game has gotten pretty difficult to get actually. It was for a while. It was expensive, like $40 or something stupid. I think it's come down a little bit since, back when it was expensive, but it's still, oh shit, so I do need to be killing these rats. Darn it. There I was, just ignoring them. Yeah, we might cut that out. Oh, here's another one. Okay, I think I killed most of them. So yeah, but I picked this up when I was, back in the day when it was new, when it was hot. To me, it's still new, it's hot. Love these kind of games. Hack and slash, and you can play it 2 players. Like, how much more excitement do you want to get? Maybe 4 players. Sometimes 4 players gets a little bit crazy, and then also if you have a 4-player game, you almost don't want to play it with just 3 players. So, or anything less than 4 players. So the fact that it's 2 is kind of cool. Completed that quest. So yeah, the fact that it is only 2 players is kind of neat. Because then, like I said, yeah, you don't have to worry about feeling like you have to. Shit, I think I picked up something I don't want to pick up. I don't really need any of the gold or anything. Oh, that's the wine bottle that I need.
Important.
He gives you a whole bunch of jack shit nothing. It's like a stupid quest to even do. Yeah, I wanted to quickly run through this game. So I got an OP character, built up, maxed out pretty much, armor, weapons. And like I was talking about, I didn't grow up playing it. I played it a couple times over the years of owning it. I guess maybe I never owned it on PS2. I think maybe I just rented it. You can blow up barrels. That's kind of neat. So, but it was cool to get it on. I think my settings on my. It's a 4K TV. It might be fucking with this old. It might be fucking with this old setup. So you gotta recall and go back. So
You're back. Did you see Ethan down there? He followed you down there not long ago, and I fear he may have gotten lost in the cellar. Or worse, he may have wandered into the sewers. I tried to stop him. Thank you. But before you go, please take these coins in payment for all you've done so far. And, as promised, here's the key to the sewer gate. Be careful down there. There are bound to be worse things than sewer rats in those tunnels.
So if you want to complete this quest, it's completely arbitrary, not even the side quests
Managed to find... Hi, it'll do me well enough. Thank you, friend.
Yeah, you can get this
Here,
drunk
have a
as
bottle for
wine.
me. No idea what the thing does.
I think he gives you
but
like
it
an
smells
ultimate
awful
healing
and it
potion.
doesn't seem to have the kick I was looking for.
I mean, you get the 100 XP, which isn't terrible. You can hit this recall, it takes you back to the last spot you were at, and then... Oh, cutscene.
What's this you've caught? A sewer rat? Don't hurt him. Lord Xantum will wish to speak to him, and he'll need to be in the best of health. Ah, excellent. I was expecting you. Did you receive the package from Lord Xantum?
I did. And I have it with me.
And you know where it is bound?
He told me to take it to the crypts and place it within the Chamber of Ashes there.
Excellent. The entrance you seek lies on the level below past the sewer grates. Let no one see you enter the temple and do exactly as you have been instructed. Now be on your way. I will return for the prisoner later. Guard him well.
Alright, so now yeah, you're in a sewer-like level. There may be some different things you gotta do here. I think most of it is just, you gotta get to somewhere. So back to what I was talking about, you know, I probably don't even need to kill any of these guys, but we'll kill some of them. Back to what I was talking about, this is a cool hack and slash, old school game. I like that it is, oh yeah, this guy's an archer, that's right. You have some hotkeys, we'll get into that later. But yeah, I like that it's... Oh, I'm burning. The thing I like about this game is that it's an old school hack and slash. It's based on D&D rules. Rings I have. It's random, you can jump, so that's interesting. There's a couple places, maybe one spot in the game where you actually need to jump. So that's interesting. I believe the steam hurts you. But I got some pretty good health regen stuff on, I think. High constitution. Like I said, I should just be able to run pretty quickly through the game and kill everything relatively fast. Give you guys the best show I can. Like, mainly just trying to go through, show the cutscenes, show you all the boss fights. When I get to the boss fights, I'll try to show you how I would normally do it as, you know, say if I wasn't OP. Yeah, going back to what I was saying, it's your old school hack and slash, D&D based rules. I think it says it's based on 3rd edition on the box or the manual. So 3rd edition rules. If you're not familiar with D&D, it's like anything else. There's, you know, X amount of variations and all the different, you know, started with just regular D&D, advanced D&D, 3rd, 4th, 5th, so on, etc. So I'm a fan of the original D&D rules set. Mostly I like advanced D&D. That was kind of what I grew up playing. Was advanced D&D. They're all fun, but I like that one. I like Thaco. I like armor class. I like some of the different things that had in it. Versus, you know, they took. It's like anything, you know, they make things easier, more user friendly, audience. You know, to gain a different audience, to reach a wider audience of people. So I'm a fan of doing it the hard way. You know, I like to do things the way they were meant to be done, not altered. So I don't know. I feel like they just tried to cater to a wider audience, but they lost their hardcore audience. So these old games, I like to play them. The old D&D rules, I just like them. I'm a huge fan. I thought that the PlayStation 2 version of the original Baldur's Gate is actually one of the reasons I was looking for it. I thought the PlayStation 2 version was based on the D&D 2nd gen rules. So there are some slight differences in the Xbox version, some of which I noticed that said it had a better sound. This axe does not hit well. I should probably switch to the sword. I think that I'm overly killing these people. And I think this has a wider range. So the axe is nice, it hits hard, but I don't even need to hit these guys that hard. Probably should be one-shotting everybody. I like the animations when they die. You like cut their head off. These kobolds can be shitty. I was trying to figure out why a piece of the guy always flies off. I think it has to do with the programming. Maybe the programmer, because the guys don't respawn. So maybe, you know, when the piece falls off, it's like the line of code saying that enemy's been killed. Either way, it's cool. You can hotkey stuff like I had B is my ice arrow. It's kind of like the magic for the archer. So, and then you can switch back and forth, hotkey left and right on the D-pad, up and down are your spells, that kind of thing. So, it would be nice if there was a way to switch back to your melee weapon as quickly as you can your hotkey of the ranged weapon, because when you're heated in battle trying to go back and forth it gets a little tough. One-shotted that thing. I am a huge gold hoarder, so I'm going to try not to pick up all the treasure. It's hard for me to pass up gold and treasure. I like gold and treasure. Partly why I love these hack and slash style games. If you guys are newer to the gaming world, you might be more familiar with the kind of games like Diablo 3, that kind of thing. Those are, I don't know, what are you guys all playing these days? League of Legends, Dota, shit like that. They're just kind of the face-rolly hack and slash kind of games of today's generation. This is more or less kind of where the humble beginnings of all that started, if you will. Again, I'd like to just say this, I'm trying to cover just doing a quick run through of the game. A quick run through of the game to show you its greatness. Like I said, it's a multiplayer game. You get to choose between 3 characters. You get an archer, human archer, dwarf fighter. Oh, cutscene. Yes. The bugbear. He's a bugbear. Continue. Oh, did I have to pick up the key? Oh, no, okay. I think there's another cutscene over here. You get the guy jailed up and something and so forth. You just keep going.
Thank the gods you're here. Any longer and I'd be sitting in some kobold's belly.
Well, after I gave you the cellar door key, I felt guilty about letting you head down here without help, so I followed you down. No sooner do I get down here than I'm surrounded by those yapping kobold devils, and they haul me to this cell and lock me in. There's an entrance to the sewers from the street, and I use that. I knew about it from my days when I was in the guild. The old guild, not the new one. Retired. That life's behind me. Still, I've kept a bit of what I've learned, and it might help you now. I managed to pick this key off the chieftain you killed. I think it unlocks a gate deeper in the sewers. If you're still aiming to catch those thieves that robbed you, then you'll need it. While I was locked up here, I overheard some of the thieves from this new guild planning a mission. And that's what I heard. I don't know what that thief was carrying, but it can't have been good. If you want to stop whatever deviltry they've got planned, then you'll need to head deeper into the sewers and find that thief. All right then, I don't need to tell you to be careful. I'll meet up with you at the Elf Song Tavern later on. Come find me when you found that thief and what he was carrying. I'll try to dig up some of my old contacts and see if they can tell me anything about these thieves that could help you out.
Where I'm supposed to be going, so we'll see here. Yeah, let's go down here. Okay. So what I was talking about, it's the old school hack and slash. You get, you can play it up to 2 players. You get the 3 different people to choose from. You have the 3 different difficulty settings. I'm not sure if on the PlayStation one, there's an unlockable extreme mode on this one. So I'm not sure if that's an added feature on this version, or if that is on both versions as well. From what it looked like from reading the back of the game, this version had the extreme, what was called extreme mode, and it had like a more dynamic sound and that kind of thing. That's why I wanted to play it on the big TV with the sound bar versus the little TV. So we'll see how that's going. It's kind of experimental right now. The boss fight music is epic for sure. You got the symphony in the background. That's kind of nice. I don't know. I didn't check before I beat the game, but there was a mode in options after you beat the game, or no, not in options. It's when you do start new game. There's a mode you have to do as Drizzt. If you're familiar with Baldur's Gate lore, I believe he's one of the creators' characters in D&D or something. So he's a cool dude. He always has his custom dual ice blades or whatever the hell he has. He's like a fast rogue kind of guy. But you got to beat that mode. There's this, it's called the Gauntlet. You have to beat the Gauntlet in under 15 minutes with Drizzt without dying. There's no checkpoints or anything. It's pretty tough. I attempted it a couple times. But you do need to beat that to unlock extreme mode. If extreme mode is anything like hard mode, which is even harder, I'm not sure I'd even want to play it. As hard, I had to basically on the hard difficulty. Man, I had to be careful. It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of grinding. It might have been easier with 2 players, not sure. But the difficulty level on hard, it started out pretty easy, but it got to the point where you have no money, you have no weapon, no arrows, you got nothing, no potions, and it was not a pleasant experience. Dang, these guys are wrecking me. So it was like, it was a little bit, it was a fun challenge. I'm not gonna lie. What I was going to talk about is that this game, it's held up relatively well, I'd say, over time. I do remember it being a little bit more entertaining when I was younger, when it was fresh, when it was new. It has held up okay, though. Baldur's Gate 2 probably is just a better game. It has more upgrades. You can like gem your weapons and shit like that. Which way did I come from? That way. There's no map system. I believe there's a map system on the newer version. Maybe I did come from that way. Maybe I did both. But yeah, you like click it on the right stick and it brings up an auto map. It's hit and miss. Like I like those. It makes searching every nook and cranny a little easier. But I like not having the map because you'll see if you've played a game like that you kind of spend a lot of time pulling the map up, pulling it down because it gets in your way. So I'm either way. Like, it's nice to have it, but at the same time it's kind of nice to not have it because then you don't feel obligated to use it. Okay, this is one of the levels where you have to find all the levers. I wasn't doing a very good job of that. I was trying to just run through the game for you guys. I might have missed one. Hopefully there's 2 over here. There's one. Yeah, there we go.
Have you done as I asked, Khan?
Yes, my Lord Xantum. I sent one of my best men to the crypts in the temple, as you instructed.
The orb must be placed within the chamber of ashes within the crypts. If your man fails to do this, then both of you shall answer for it.
Yes, my lord. He knows your wishes, and he will not fail you.
Very well. Bring me the prisoner you found in the sewers. I will question him now.
My lord, I sent for the prisoner some time ago, but I have received no word from the bugbears in the sewers.
Send your men into the sewers. Find out what has happened to our soldiers and bring me the prisoner. Do not fail me in this, Khan.
Yes, my lord. Should I recall the man I sent to the temple?
No. If he places the orb as instructed, he will not be coming back. Tell your men to avoid the temple grounds. To enter it now is certain death.
Con! Oh snap! Run away to get a beverage and you're getting attacked. So, back to what I was talking about original rules of well, not Baldur's Gate, but it's called Baldur's Gate. I probably have been sitting here calling it D&D. I don't know. It's based on cutscene.
What are you doing here? Run now, before it changes you! I am Fayed, a priest of Ilmater. I tend the crypts and perform burial rites here at the Shrine of Suffering. Now I fear that I shall be the next one to be changed. Into the Walking Dead! Haven't you seen them? They're everywhere! My fellow brothers and sisters of the temple, all dead. I was taking an urn of ashes to one of the crypts when I discovered a strange set of tracks leading downwards. When I followed them, I found that thing, that foul orb, and the dead arose around me. Vile skeletons, zombies, unholy ground. I acted quickly, sealing this level off from the level below, then barricaded myself in this room. I had hoped sealing off this level would prevent the dead from reaching here. I was wrong. We priests of Ilmater set up some non-lethal traps here in the crypts to capture grave robbers. The trap that sealed off the exits is triggered by 3 urns on this level. When these urns are taken from their pedestals, stone blocks seal off all the exits from this level. I knocked all the urns from their pedestals and then barricaded myself in here. But I was not fast enough. Some of the dead had already entered this level, and the power of that thing below seems to be able to reach even here. Fortunately, I am able to hide myself from the eyes of these undead creatures, for the time being. I can only hope that the gates and wards will prevent the dead from reaching the level above. They're coming from below, from that thing in the Chamber of Ashes. It's an orb. I only caught a glimpse of it, what it was doing to my fellow priests. The orb calls to their spirits, then kills them, slowly letting them die, then raising them again so they may suffer in undeath as well. It hates all of us priests. Even now, I can hear it calling, trying to draw me to it so it can kill me, then raise me from the dead to perform its will. I don't know. I was delivering an urn to the lower crypts when I suddenly noticed tracks on the floor. As I am the only one who usually comes down here, I became curious and followed them. They lead to the level below. That was when I noticed a foul-smelling mist emanating from the Chamber of Ashes. When I entered the chamber, there it was, a swirling gray orb surrounded by bodies and this horrid glow. And without thinking, I ran and hid.
Like a little girl.
To reach the level below, you must find the 3 urns on this level and place them back on the proper pedestals. Then the gate to the crypts below will open. No, my place is here. I should help you, not run from this. If I can help you, I will.
Yeah, he might go on to say some more things, but yeah, he's pretty long-winded. So yeah, back to what I was talking about. Here in the Undead Crypts, okay, we have zombies, we have skeletons, and what I like about the D&D lore, the D&D rules, is it says bladed weapons are not as good against bone. So against skeletons, you'd want to use like a hammer. If you notice the amount of damage, less damage my sword is doing to the skeletons is significant. So even if you had like a crude club, it would be better for damage than any bladed weapon. And there's a lot of cool lore aspects like that in this game, with elemental damage, different kinds of armor, different kinds of this, different kinds of that. So you kind of, you change up your gear and that according to who you're fighting, what you're fighting. That level of detail in games to me is missing in today's gaming environment. I forget which game I was playing, but it said something like that. Like you had to carry all sorts of gear around because it was saying like each guy you fight has a different like stuff, so you got to pay attention. I don't remember what game that was. It was a pretty cool game though. I don't think we did a review on it. It was just something I was playing. I like me some mindless hack and slash. Yeah, what I was saying about Baldur's Gate 2 is slightly better game in the sense of gameplay. Maybe better graphics, better this, better that. So what the guy was saying long-windedly about all these urns is you have to put them on the right thing. I think it'll click in. Yeah, if you heard that click in, it makes a noise. Darn it, where's that other urn? Oh, here it is. That's funny. One of the questions was, what does the urns look like? So I guess if you don't know what an urn looks like, you could listen to that guy. This is the kind of game you want to play with your buddy on a rainy night, on a stormy, scary, dark night. It took me quite a while to clear the game on hard, so if you've never played the game before, or you're an experienced dungeon crawler, hack and slasher, maybe you'll be able to clear it a little faster. When I did a solo roll on hard, it took me some time. I want to say maybe 20 hours. It was some time, just due to the nature of having to go back, having to, pull these guys one at a time and hug them on a corner so I could like cheap them out, because you can avoid them. Like this is a good pattern in a lot of these. You run a circle around them basically, and try to. I don't know what is up with my TV right now, but. Yeah, you kind of just try to avoid them. Each weapon has an attack pattern. So swords do like attack, big attack. Two-handed weapons do like big attack, sweeping attack. The book illustrates that for you if you don't have the book. If you're knowledgeable on these old school games, on D&D, on melee weapons, you could probably figure it out. Like axe is going to have more damage but be slower. The sword is probably considered one of the more all-around, just hands down all-around greatest weapon all around. But situationally, you may want to have a halberd or a fucking, a dagger even. Sometimes having a dagger, you need to be faster. So bigger isn't always stronger, faster isn't always better. I like to think it is, because I like to powerhouse through these games, build the biggest, meanest tank I can find, and be able to take just damage all day long and that kind of thing. But I'm a meathead, so what do I know? A bit of a maze going through here. Like I said, I don't really need to kill all these guys. I like killing these guys. I think it's fun. If you notice the apparitions there, you're just chilling. It's a crypt. So that is another good reason to have some more save files in case you accidentally save over your file. So you won't really get to see the why can't I think of the word? Evolution of that boss fight, or hear the cool music, because I'm too OP. So basically waves of undead come and you have to fight them off, and the ball will go up and down and you have a certain amount of time to damage it.
You've done it! I feared that we were lost. Oh, Illmatter has truly sent you to us in our darkest hour. Where did this foul orb come from? Someone did this horrid act on purpose? All those deaths, who would wish us such harm? This is grave news. I appreciate all you have done for us. Please, accept this as a small token of our temple's thanks. I will consult with our remaining priests and see if they can determine who was behind this evil act. I will send someone to you should we discover anything. Wait for a messenger at the Elf Song Tavern. We will contact you should we learn anything.
One of the other things I like about this game is that it updates your gear. Some of the old school games don't update your gear. So this guy tried not to join his guild, but I don't know if you can progress the game without joining.
Ethan has told me of how you rescued him in the sewers, and I have already heard of your bravery in the Shrine of Suffering. I decided that I would see this hero for myself. I am not disappointed. I hope you shall not disappoint me. Your actions in the temple showed great courage and sacrifice, a willingness to risk your life to protect others, an admirable quality. Ethan and I are members of the Harpers, a group whose members have dedicated their lives to the safety of the realms and its people. I invite you to join us. We seek men and women of courage to band with us to protect the realms when the realms cannot protect itself. As a Harper, you will have our support. We will do what we can to help you in the realms. We are in need of your help against a grave threat to Baldur's Gate. What say you?
Jerk. I would be honored, jerk.
Excellent. There's no time to waste. We need you to perform a task for us. The orb you encountered in the temple was placed there for a reason. It was intended to sow chaos, to distract the city watch in order to allow another group to operate freely. The dead man you found in the room with the orb was a thief. He was a member of a thieves' guild, a new guild that has appeared in Baldur's Gate. This guild follows the symbol of a bloody eye, and they left their mark on the bodies of 2 city watchmen murdered several days ago. This guild has declared war on the existing Baldur's Gate Thieves Guild. In the past few days, many of the old guild's members have vanished. Dead, most likely. That may be asking too much. Of greatest concern to us is the rumor of powerful magic backing this guild. Perhaps a mage, or several mages. The power of the orb in the Shrine of Suffering is proof of this. Whatever the source of this new guild's strength, we would like you to infiltrate the guild and find out who or what is behind it. Excellent. Another agent of ours tracked one of the thieves to a secret guild entrance below the city. It's a secret door on the first level of the sewers in the northeast section. We have no idea how to open the door, however. It bears a special enchantment that is proof against most magics. Let me see it. Ah, yes, a curious item. It seems to bear a minor enchantment that dispels shadows, but the enchantment and the key is dormant. Perhaps its close proximity to the orb disrupted the enchantment. I may be able to awaken it. Ah, there we are. It should function as intended now. Simply bring it close to the secret door in the sewers, and the key will reveal the door and allow you to open it. Please be careful. These thieves have already killed some of the city watch. They will not hesitate to kill you if you're discovered.
And that'll take you to the shortcut, so we'll see. I'll edit that out. This may be one of the last times I have to run through the city. As you can see here, though, there's a city. You can't really talk to anybody. But it's hustling and bustling. There's a few... I believe that takes you to the room you're wanting to go to, which is over by the prison cell. I'm not 100%, but if memory serves properly prepared, there's a little section over here. Oh, there it is!
What happened in the temple? Why do the priests still live?
I do not know, my Lord Sanctum. I have heard rumors that the orb was destroyed before it could do more than slay a few priests.
By whom?
I do not know for certain, my lord, but I think my thieves and I may have met the attacker on the city streets above.
If they were one of your victims, how is it this creature still lives?
The city watch came upon us as we were about to deal the killing blows, my lord. We were forced to flee to avoid being captured.
Your oversight has cost us much, Khan. Gather the soldiers. Although our secret entrances still remain undetected, it's only a matter of time before the dogs of the City Watch sniff us out, and we must be prepared for them.
I will see to it at once, my lord.
Khan, if the creature who destroyed the orb should make its way here...
It shall not come to that, my lord. I swear it.
Ooh.
We
Terrifying.
shall see, Khan. If you fail me in this, I shall attend to the matter personally.
Personally. Yeah, like I was saying, this is where it starts to get pretty tough. The mobs are getting stronger. Yeah, I want to say there's a couple floors in here, maybe 2, and then the third one is the boss lair. And then we'll go to the next world. Here's a shortcut back up to town. This shows you where the secret entrance is. It's down a side street kind of thing, so you know I never used it really, even on hard mode. Kobolds piss me off because they run away, so I'm just gonna, you know, haul ass away from them. Screw trying to chase them down. These guys, any of the enemies that'll just keep coming after me, I'll take them out, but you know, I'll spare you guys murdering all these people. The sword I'm using now, I pulled it off a drop. It's the magic weapon you need to kill the inbox. I don't know if you need it exactly, but it makes it a whole hell of a lot easier. Hi. I gotta do. I don't know. Let's try to finish this part. How are you?
Good.
Okay. I had a soda on the ground or something, so it's kind of by me. Okay, so yeah, this is where you're gonna want to save your game a lot. They throw these weird, like, you gotta do all these jumps. It's pretty awkward, actually. And they throw in all these fireballs. That hurts a little bit. So there's traps in this maze. I don't know if I'm going the right way. This one's relatively easy, but the next one you can fall. Oh, I should have saved. Okay, so that one was not as easy as I remembered. So you want to look to see which one isn't blinking when you jump there. Sometimes you have to jump further than one square, which is kind of interesting. So there's maybe some fighting, and then one more really messed up jump. Ow! That hurts me. Love gold. It's my favorite. Alright, so maybe could have saved there? Yeah, probably should have. Again, here's another messed up one. You gotta look for the thing that isn't blinking. right next to you. Sometimes it'll be super far away. Oh. Did that one relatively okay. I'm going to save though because there might... So probably gonna do this one in 3 parts. I believe I'm coming up on the end boss here shortly. I saved a little bit ago. So once we beat the boss of the first world, I want to say there's 3 worlds, and then the 4th world is kind of like a standalone world. It's a series of long, hard levels. You can't port out. So if you're not playing the game correctly, you'll run out of potions and things like that. They give you a generous amount. I think I ended up with 70 extra potions at the end or some shit, but I went in not thinking that I was going to need so many potions, or thinking that I knew you couldn't port out, but I thought you just couldn't port out to like the first level, or that you could still go back through the original portal you came through. But once you reach the last area of the game, it's you can't go back. So you need to go in very prepared. They give you tons of gear that you want to keep if you can. I just hang on to the most expensive stuff to sell it. I mean, there's no reason to really sell it. But, there aren't as many options for gear. Maybe one of the guys had a better shield. I've had this +5 iron shield since like around this time in the game, and I never found a better one. I got +5 everything else by the end of the game, and super real badass stuff. I don't believe there's an antidote in this either, so you get poisoned, you're just kind of taking some damage. The antidote is using multiple health potions. That's what you consider the antidote, I guess. You can step on these rats, I thought. The smaller ones. Yeah, so yeah, you can kill the little rats. I don't know what they symbolize or what they're doing, but there's the little baby guys. You can step on them if you're a jerk. Die! I have the damage numbers on. That's something you can turn on or off. I was using it to gauge something at one point. It's nice to have them on. See your deeps. Ow. One thing I do like is there's not armor wear. Like, I think that's cool. It makes the games more interesting to have to worry about item degradation. In a game like this, though, I think it would just hold it back. There's already a lot of backtracking if you're... Oh, yeah. So I think they got that part just right.
So, you've come all...
Come!
I think I missed the chance to kill you when we first met. You speak the truth. I've not expected you to make it through the Gauntlet.
The Gauntlet!
Still, it matters little whether you kill me or not. For either way, you will still die. Even if you kill me, my lord waits below. Your death at his hands will be a slow one compared to the mercy I will show you.
There isn't really... You can pick the different dialogue. I don't believe it alters any path or anything. Yeah, so... some trash. These eyes pop up and they disintegrate you in one blow if you're not paying attention. You gotta run and turn off the lever, wherever that might be. Oh, I think it's over there. Oh, no, maybe that one doesn't have one. Yeah, you should be able to get past this guy relatively easy. At least you can dodge it. I thought you were just instantly dead. So with some sweet moves, you can get by it. Oh no, he's still alive. Oh, it killed that other one. Okay. How that works. If I'd known, you know, we could have taken her armor off and done all those nasty things, I might have tried to play through the game as the sorcerer naked, you know, just to give you pervs something to watch. And myself, you know, let's face it, we're all pervs at heart, right? And that's how you dodge a death bully. Bully! Uh-oh, this don't look good. So this cutscene can get kind of lengthy when you're trying to fight the boss. You gotta walk all the way through here, talk to him, whatever. I'll try to smack him down.
So, you are the stranger that Khan spoke of. You humanoids all look alike to me, weak and fragile. Khan should have killed you when he had the chance. It is no matter. There are always others like him, small-minded and foolish, eager to take his place. You humanoids were born to be our slaves. And you will answer for those deaths. Do you think that your efforts here have saved this city? You're wrong. Our power extends far beyond these city streets. You cannot hope to stop us all. It is you who will die. Death will be a slow one.
We will see about that. This guy has some really powerful magic spells, and he has a nasty bite. So if you get too close, he will bite you like that. You know, I'm just going to mash through him. He leaves a really cool death pose when he dies. I tried to range that guy out. It's easier just to stay close to him and avoid his bite and try to keep him off his spells. But I should be one or two shotting almost everybody at this point. Here's another cutscene.
You have accomplished far more than I could have hoped. Truly, the Harpers are blessed to have you among our number. You have my thanks, and the thanks of all of Baldur's Gate. These maps on the wall.
Sweet
Baldur's
ass
Gate,
map.
the Sunset Mountains, the Marsh of Chilimba. It is as I feared. The evil that has risen in Baldur's Gate is only part of a greater evil. These three locations are tied, though I know not how. This gate worries me. This beholder and his legions were able to use it to enter Baldur's Gate without being detected. It seems this gate is tied to the Sunset Mountains. A further cause for worry. We've heard strange rumors from the Sunset Mountains over the past few weeks, but the agent we sent to investigate the rumors has not returned. I now fear for his life. Please, I must ask you to head through the gate and see what has happened in the Sunset Mountains. Other creatures may have arrived there, and if so, we must know their strength before taking action. You have already accomplished much, and we are grateful. Please, here is some gold and items that may aid you on your mission. Use them wisely. I must go and tell the dukes of the city what has been discovered here. Please rest and prepare yourself before heading through the gate. There's no telling what waits on the other side.
Yeah, once you go through here, you're starting the next phase of the game. So here we go. Epic. Alright, so we're going to pick up part 2 next in the series. We're going to run chapter 2. It's a little bit longer than chapter 1, possibly. We'll see how that goes. Alright, make sure to tune in to our next installment of Baldur's Gate. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to actually part 2 to part 2. So, we're going to take a rundown chapter... we're going to look at Chapter 2 of Baldur's Gate. We're going to go mostly through it as fast as possible. This is part of a 3, maybe 4-part series. Gonna just walk through the game quickly. If you're tuning in for the first time on this randomly, there's a part 1. It covers chapter 1, which is the Elf Song Tavern through the sewers and the crypts, and possibly the Thieves Guild, I think. So this is gonna be a run through the desert, whatever this place is, to the bog, to the somewhere. We'll see when we get there. I previously ran through this game on hard setting. I wanted to get plus, you know, as good as characters I could find or make, not find, but yeah, I wanted to build up a character so that I could do a run through of the game without taking a lot of time. So I did set it to the easy mode, but I do have a really strong character as well. So as you can see, I'm one-shotting everybody. I'm assuming when I get to chapter 3, it probably won't be that way. The game does get pretty difficult toward the end. The first chapter is almost like a give me. If you were having trouble, actually the last part of the first chapter it gets pretty tough. But right here in chapter 2, it starts you out where you can't port. You don't have you have like no access to a shop or whatever. So you know you have to stock up before you come here. So I probably should have mentioned that at the end of the last video, at the beginning of this video. Stock up before you start this level. If you have a save prior to coming here, like right at the end of the boss fight of the other one or whatever, do that, because it is tough. A lot of times too, like I was saying, you might want to, like, you can load characters, you can export characters in this version, on the Xbox version. I'm not sure if you can do that on the PlayStation 2 version, so I'm going to just go ahead and give a spoiler alert warning. There's several games like this hack and slash kind of game on the Xbox where you can do that, where you can export the characters, and if you abuse it, and you know, you can kind of break the game. So if you're one of those kind of people that wants a pure adventure, don't listen to that part. Excommunicate it from your mind. Yeah, the exporting players is pretty broken, because you can just sit there and, you know, you can maybe go through the first couple levels or something, build up a little bit of gold and potions, and, you know, just keep reloading your character with 2 players on, dropping all the shit, whatever, transferring, selling, whatever it is that you do to get a broken amount of potions or whatever it is you can do to increase to make it easier to play the game. So that is an option. What I would recommend on the other side of the spectrum of that is, if you were having difficulty with the game, you run through till it gets hard, and then you start over and you load your character, and you got this a little bit more leveled up, and should make the adventure a little bit easier for you. And like I said, if you're having trouble, go ahead and do that, because it's a tough game. We've got some cutscenes here. If you end up wanting to skip them to look forward, go ahead.
Tell me what you've been doing here, or my hammer will be the one asking next. You don't have the look of a dark elves about you. My name be Torgir of Brungor's clan. You've come at an ill time, traveler. This camp is all that remains of our clan. We were forced to fall back when a patrol of dark elves invaded our lines. Scores of us fell beneath their poison blades, and they knew when and how to strike us. We were forced to collapse all exit tunnels, save one, and regroup here on the surface. Now only a handful
That's ugly.
remain. Turn back from here, traveler. The mines are closed and there's nothing for you here. I won't ask for your help, traveler, but if you could help us drive those shadow-cloaked demons back into the depths,
We welcome the extra blade. Getting back into the mines is the second of our troubles. Our leader Colgrim took the key for the mine entrance with him when he and 3 of our clan went to climb Burning Eye, that peak in the distance. They seek to light the signal fire atop Burning Eye and summon our brothers from Easting. Trouble is, it's been here a day and a half, and I've seen no signal fire from the top of the peak. I fear they may have been ambushed on the way there. Without the signal fire, we can expect no aid from the nearby towns. And without the key, we cannot even re-enter the mines to try and take it back from the drow. The gate to the mines was sealed with our key of Doomathon. No ordinary key. Merely touching it to our gate causes the cracks and spaces of the gate to become solid stone. Not even a battering ram could break the gate now. It keeps us from entering, but at least it keeps the drow trapped in the mines. For now. I wish you luck. And may Clongadid's twin axes bury themselves in your enemies.
So he said some stuff. I think that's the last door you go in, maybe? Or they just trick you at that house? Oh yeah, maybe going there. Oh yeah, go in the mines! They're called mines! That's right. You gotta go through the forest. And then you get to the mountain peak. Yeah, see, these wolves are getting nasty already. I'm taking damage for the first time in a while. That'd be cool if I could get a level up. It seems like my experience bar is kind of going up, so I'm excited about that. The one thing I love more than treasure and gold is leveling up. Nothing like leveling up, getting to add some stat points to your guy. One of the things I really enjoy about this game is while it's kind of limited as to what you get to increase, you do get a choice. Games that level up or give you like one talent tree to level up, it just really depresses me. I hate that. Like, why even play it? You know. So that's, you know, you've heard me talk about this. Really, why I like D&D. If I were more of a, I don't know, I think of myself kind of as creative or imaginative, but if I were more like I'm more of a visual kind of learner / like, I like to experience things visually. So D&D, I like it. Paper and pencil and dice and stuff. I enjoy a good D&D match, but I'm more of a visual guy. So games like this bring that to life for me, and they're just so incredible. But they're hard to find because good D&D games are definitely hard to find. This, however, is one of them. Now, there's a couple caves in here that I could go through. There's a couple extra caves, like bonus caves. I think you maybe find like a quest item or maybe just some treasure or some shit. But I'm gonna forgo all that and just, you know, murder me some abominable snowmen. This part was on, man, when I went through this part on hard, it was pull one mob at a time, circle around. Try to show you the strat, but yeah, you kind of do this. If you played a game like this before, you kind of circle around and hit, you know, circle around, get out, avoid their attack, and you know, you get like 1-2 swipes in. It took me forever to get through the game like that. This part was tough. Like, they start you on this screen with a bunch of wolves attacking you, and they put the save after that. So it's kind of fucked up. Like, you go here, and then you get ambushed, basically. So, which is cool, because it's another thing that happens in like actual D&D. Just when you think your party is safe, you get ambushed, and everybody dies, and you have to either end res at the end, and you lose all your experience from the last battle. Because that previous map was actually pretty tough if you were playing the game legit, you know. So I feel like I'm probably going to breeze through most of the game until maybe the last level. Should be one-shotting pretty much everything. Now, when you get to the next area, it might be the next map. I'm not 100% sure. You have to go, or maybe it's right. Yeah, okay, so it's right here. You have to go each direction. So left, right, and then up. You can go this way first, I think is better. Because the quest guy that you need to talk to is over here. Oh, dip. Oh, look at all that precious gold that I don't need. I think I could actually buy a better bow. One of these guys had a better bow, so I might look into that. Not that I need it or anything, but it's cool to have cool shit. I thought this had a version of New Game Plus, but maybe that's because you can do, like, you can export your character and unlock the extreme difficulty mode. Maybe that's what they consider New Game Plus, but I don't think that they upgrade the gear. I believe in the second version of this, when you do the second quest, you have access to stronger, better gear. But I believe +5, typically +5 is as high as it'll go in D&D. So that's basically, once you get to +5, you're maxed out. I don't know why those guys are gray and white. Maybe it's shadowing, or maybe they're males and females, and maybe that guy's more of a jerk. Okay.
This looks important.
Maybe I did go the wrong way. Anyway, yeah, you gotta go into these caves, the certain caves, and there's 3 items you have to get. Oh, that's right. You know what? The guy I was talking about is in the northern cave. I didn't think I was actually gonna get a level at all during this mission, this quest line, because it's on an easier setting and what have you. But so I wanted to show you guys real quick what the level up screen was like in case you were unfamiliar. I do enjoy this aspect of the game. Like I was saying, you don't just get one quest path. Yeah, you're kind of limited to your class. You're either an archer, a dwarf fighter, paladin, or whatever the hell he is, and a sorceress chick. But you can choose how you level, and to me that's a really good feature in a game. You can go, do you want to be flame? Do you want to be ice guy? If you do pick the archer, I find ice arrows are very OP. But they do realize, this game has a checks and balances. They do realize their ice arrows are overpowered, so there are several spots in the game where the ice arrows don't even damage the enemy. So if you if you invest heavily early into your ice arrows, and you say you didn't pick up flame arrows or shock arrows or any of these other kind of arrows, you can really hurt yourself. You may even have to end up starting your adventure over. Because the mobs they only spawn once, so if you level improperly, you're gonna have a bad time. Now for this screen, you can go through the map, and there's some different stuff other than the quest item you need to get. I'm going to take you right to the quest item. And like I said previously, I have trouble playing games like Kingsfield, Baldur's Gate, Resident Evil, growing up on those games. I have a hard time passing up on loot and just leaving gold and shit on the ground, because it's one of the things I like is getting loot, and oftentimes it's unnecessary. You have to get every scrap of everything they give you. I need a better bow, actually. Yeah, short bow +1. I haven't determined if the drops are all the same or how random they really are. Where was the thing I needed? I thought it was somewhere over here. Oh yeah, there he is. So there's the dwarf guy. You want to look for him. You gotta search his remains, and then
I found something.
And we're gonna head to the north summit. believe the quest giver's cave is somewhere over here. So you want to go here first, and then proceed north up the summits. And he's pretty cool.
I clang against you an axis. I've still enough strength to cut you. You've come too late for that. I'm nearly done. Thrice damned ogres. Too many of them for me and me band. I don't have it. One of the others has it. We were attacked by a dragon atop the peak. An ice dragon. It froze the one holding the key in a block of ice. You'll need to light the signal fire to get to his body. Me band. Each one of my men was carrying fuel and tinder for the watchtower. Find them and get it from them. Take this flask from me. You need it to fuel the flames. Thank you, stranger. The hopes of me people rest on your shoulders.
And scene. So, in case you didn't notice, he drops that flask. It doesn't really animate it well, so be aware that you need that item. So you need all three of those items to proceed. So we're gonna. Okay, so we progressed north of where that guy's cave was. Real simple, I just cut it out because it was walking. These wisps are pretty dangerous, as you can see, but I'm just going to smack them down because I can. I haven't looked into what kind of codes are out there for this game. There's probably some kind of codes that make the game a little easier. But, you know, I just went ahead and did my own cheat code by beating the game on hard, getting all the best gear that I could find, and then importing the character. Yeah, dang, those guys are strong. I figured that Will-O-Wisp would give you more XP for being so strong. I don't even know if they give you any. Maybe you're supposed to run from them. Who knows? Will-O-Wisps are notoriously difficult enemies in many games. Mostly D&D based games, but I've seen them in other games as well. Almost needed to use a health potion, darn. So, oh yeah. So here, we're gonna get a little cutscene action going here. The fires of Gondor are lit! Yeah, you know you're thinking Lord of the Rings the whole time I'm playing this game, and I'm thinking it too, and I am a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. I suppose it's the Beacons of Gondor. I don't remember, it's been a while since I've seen it. Correct me, if you must. Either way is submissible to me. Just fell over like a log. Oh no, we've awakened Smaug! I almost feel like that looks like Seath from, which was it? Dark Souls? The first Dark Souls, where you go into the library and have to fight Seath? Or, you know, originally from Kingsfield. One of my top all-time favorite games for FPV fantasy action type games. If you haven't played it, get your ass out there and get it. And if you can beat that game on just regular, on the...
Ah, I saw the signal fire alight upon the slopes, and you have brought the key. But tell me, did any of the dwarves from the expedition survive? More deaths our enemies shall answer for. You have done enough, traveler. No need for you to risk yourself for our clan any longer.
Hogwash!
Very well, then. I'll not argue with one with fire in the eyes such as you. Simply hold the key in your left hand as you approach the gate. Then, push it into the stone door. It should melt inside, and the door will open itself.
That's what she said.
Luck be with you.
Roth! Going to the mines! Insert the key. That was awesome. That's some sick fucking gear though, huh? Chromed out from the dome out, yo. No rats! Ah, they're everywhere! Yeah, like I was saying, Kingsfield, original Kingsfield on PlayStation. I believe in America it's actually Kingsfield 2 in Japan or whatever, but you know how they like to release games and not give us the games, and then like totally awesome games that we don't get to play. But then they re-released it in America. So what actually caused me some issues, because when I was looking for other Kingsfield titles, somebody told me, I think it was this was back in the day when Hollywood Video was a thing. It was called like Game Crazy or someplace like that. But yeah, they gave me some misinformation. I was trying to order a game. It was called like Kingsfield 3 or some shit. And I was like, holy shit, there's a Kingsfield 3? Like, wow, okay. Because I only knew the 2 on PlayStation 1 and then the 1 on PlayStation 2 and then some of the other kind of like, I think H-Tech did some random like Eternal Ring and something else that was kind of similar but not very good. And of course Shadow Tower, if you've got $200 to shell out for that game, which I wish I did, but one of these days I'll get Shadow Tower and have myself a good time. And it's what I was saying, if you can pick up Kingsfield on original PlayStation and you can beat that game with relative ease, I would be impressed. Go ahead and leave a comment, whatever it is you feel necessary. Send me a link to your video of you beating it. Not on the original station, not emulated. I was watching a buddy play it emulated, and he could just save whenever he wanted, and it was like I was watching him play. What the fuck? You just are saving whenever you want? I'm like, no, that's not how you play this game. Like, the challenge of the game was trying to get your ass back to a save point and not die. No, I actually let him borrow it once he. I may have told this story before. I tell this story all the time. It's a pretty good story. Because we're big on trying to bring original format here at Brothers Forge. So, one of the reasons is this very story. And so, like I was saying, he was just saving whenever he wanted. I let him borrow the original version of the game, and he had it for a while. I want to say 6 months, longer, something like that. And it came to the point where I had to start asking for it back. I'm like, hey, have you beat that yet? Like, what's going on? And oh yeah, shit, I'm looking for these shaft gears. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, he ended up getting it back, and I think he told me he beat it, but you know what, I didn't really believe him, so. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that he wasn't able to beat it, and he gave up. Hey guys, so I kind of maybe jumped around a little bit. The mine, that first level of the mine, you have to go around and collect 3 gears. I'll probably show a little bit of that, but rather than make you watch the entire mine sequence, I'm sure you get the point. You walk around, you kill drow, and it's kind of a maze, and you get the gear, and voila, you're downstairs. Heyo. And then once you go downstairs, you fight your way to the next level, the next layer. I don't know if you can see, but no, okay. Yeah, I do need an upgrade of shield. I just have a +1 iron shield. I don't know if that's the best shield in the game. It is the best shield I have found. But yeah, if you can notice the NPCs, or not the NPCs, but the enemy characters, the mobs can damage each other. I always thought that was pretty cool. That was a unique element to this game. A lot of time the bad guys can't hurt each other, and you're like, fuck, that's kind of cheap. Those guys just disintegrated themselves. Oh, that was awesome. So not only can they hurt themselves, they can blow up the environment and hurt themselves also. That's also another strategy in this game, is if you're facing difficulty, you can pull the mobs like these guys to hurt each other, get them to wipe each other out, and you know, maybe make your quest a little easier. Okay. The boss is coming up through here, so, you know, I'll clear out some of these mobs, and then kind of probably just skip to the boss, okay? Okay, so that last level, I thought it was this level, but I guess not. You guys are hardcore right here. So here's some more just spelunking. You're just trying to make your way back to the next enemy camp. It looks very similar to the camp that I was just in. These guys are tough right here, so don't be trying to fight these guys straight up. Use your range, use your magic, whatever you got. Those nasty rust monster guys are no bueno. So let's go kill ourselves the boss. Oh yeah!
You are the one who has come to die.
What the hell is between that chick's legs?
For the deaths you have caused here today. My attack? You presume much. The dwarven mines were to be ours, but we care nothing for the Sunset Mountains or your filthy surface cities. Those have been promised to others, and they may have them. Can it be that you've come all this way without knowing your enemy? Then it is ignorance that has made you brave.
So like I said, this boss is pretty tough. She summons ads and has invulnerability spells and changes her mechanics based on, like, if you're shooting her with ice, you know, she casts like a ice invulnerability spell. So yeah, be prepared for a tough fight here.
You will soon choke on your own screams, intruder.
Wow.
And then I shall offer up your body to Lolth.
I don't want to kill her. But she's dead. So it's a horn with a key attached to it. Interesting. Oh yeah, fireworks!
Who are you? I am broken. Tell me, are you of the Harpers? I was their eyes in the Sunset Mountains. There was something stirring within the mountains, organizing the gnolls, the ogres. Then the dragon appeared. I know little, but the fact that dark elves are working with them is a cause for worry. Whatever leads this army, it must be powerful to have such troops as allies. I heard the drow speak often of their plans. Their goal was
Anybody
to
else think these
exterminate the
dwarves are all
dwarven
wearing
settlement here
boots?
in order to
Drop us a
protect the
comment.
movements of the gnolls and ogres in the mountains. In exchange for their help, they were promised the mines and all within it. Though I know not why, they cared nothing for the gnolls and ogres. A gate. I heard the drow speak of a gate, but it led to the marsh of Chilimber, not Baldur's Gate. I had been searching for the source of the troubles in the region when the drow struck the mines. If my hunch proves true...
That's gotta be Eeyore's voice, right? I
may
mean...
lie within an ice cave within the mountains. I will mark it on your map.
This voice actor has done a lot of the characters, and it's probably Eeyore.
But you should be able to reach the cave from the mining camp. The cave itself is sealed with a great sheet of ice. Though I think the drow priestess made mention of some horns she used to enter the cave. If these gates are the work of the creature behind these attacks, then ye must travel to the Marsh of Chilimber and find out the nature of this threat. I fear you're right, friend. I fear you're right. Well, let us squander no more time talking of it. Find the gate and take the battle to the beast that's stalking us.
I was worried for you. What news of the mines? Do the Dark Elves still hold them? Clangedon has truly blessed us this day. You have reversed our fortunes, and we shall never forget it. Have this, and with it, know you have the thanks of the Brunger clan as well. Brogan's alive! Thrice blessed are we! An ice cave, eh? I heard something of it from Brogan before, but I didn't think it linked to our troubles. If you go searching for it, be careful. More dangerous beasts than wolves and yeti lair on this mountain.
Okay, so we have killed ourselves, the Dark Elf Queen, gone through the treacherous mines, and now we're heading through the dark forest. This, I believe, you blaze a path straight to an underground cave with the fight of an ice dragon. So, you know, we'll show you a little bit of this level. We'll, if I get too much backtracking, I'll jump cut ahead. I believe it's just a forest. You can go through and around and get all sorts of treasure. I believe if you go straight forward, it takes you right to where you want to go. And that guy was Burl. Alright, so here's the ice cave. We're gonna blow the horn. Here might be another spot where once you beat the dragon, you go through a gate and you can't go back. So stock up before you do this fight. Stock up enough to be able to travel to the next realm. Okay, so oh, that's right. Not even close to the Durgan yet. We get to go through an entire cave of wonders. There are some interesting enemies in here. There's these invisible type creatures. There's some really nasty ogres. There's like some titans in here too on the side. Okay, so this shows you the invisible type enemies are a thing. Their sneak attack is pretty rough, so the best thing to do is kind of bait them out and then like try to turn away before they hit you. Like I said, I'm gonna just blast pretty much straight through it. But there is quite a few monsters extra monsters you can fight. We had it back in the day on PC, and we had a really cool version. It was like 5 discs, and it came in this really sweet looking envelope, and it had a map and all this cool shit. You actually, if you watch our one of our instructional videos, you can see the map. Easy has it framed in the Forge. You can see it in the background in one of our videos. It's pretty cool. That's an epic piece of our collection. And yeah, frost giants. Check those guys out. Total frost giants. Those guys are tough enemies. Those rocks were one-shotting me on hard. Sounds like dropping lots of gold. Ow. But yeah, we played it back in the day on the PC, computer, if you will, IBM, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, they're cross-breathing me now. And that was a really cool game. We, another game we broke. It was a game where you could kind of just do whatever you wanted. So we found early in the game that you could kill the NPC helper guy. Like, you know, the guys that are supposed to be helping you could kill them, and they gave you an abundance of experience. As we progressed through the game, we didn't realize what we had done to ourselves by killing all of the NPCs. Okay, so here's the dragon boss. I had to pull this guy, kite this guy, if you will, to beat him. Originally. Let's see if I can go smack him down like a little biznatch. It's a cool Durgan though. I don't know if he talks to you. Probably not, he's a dragon. The mechanics are pretty simple. Breath weapon, falling attacks. He does that stomp attack which will wreck you. So you realistically don't want to fight him up close. Oh, again like the beholder, he has a pretty cool death scene. I don't really know why his head got split in half like that. That marks the end of the second chapter. Like I said, you go through. You can't go back from here. So before you fight this dragon, if you aren't properly equipped to handle another map, like the beginning of map 2, you're gonna want to pick up. You know, maybe reload the save. You have to refight the boss. Whatever you do, do it early before you get halfway through the next part of the game and realize you can't get there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go to the next area, and then we're gonna end the quest. Okay, so we'll get that started up, and we'll talk about that. Okay, so that marks the end of Chapter 2. We're starting Chapter 3. This will be the third installment of the series on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed so far what you've seen in the adventure we've created in the Baldur's Gate universe. If you're just tuning in and watching video 2 first for whatever reason, go ahead and watch video 1, and there should be a part 3. Thanks for watching. Brothers Forge Gaming 3. We're gonna smash through this chapter and try to get to the end of the game relatively quick. As I mentioned previously, if we need to do a part 4, we will. But it depends on how quick I can get through this. We'll see. The last level is pretty tough, so it may be better just to do that as a part 4. So these next 2 parts might be a little bit shorter than the first 2 parts. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, if you've been tuning in to part 1, part 2, we basically are doing this chapter by chapter, verse by verse, to quote one of my favorite guys on TV. We won't go into that though. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna smash through this, get to the end level. These guys are tough. Oh yeah, so yeah, as I was talking about before, the skeletons take less damage by bladed weapons. Oh, I gotta open that. That's nice. Well, that's really... Oh yeah. So I smashed through that level pretty quick. So yeah, we did the part 1, which was chapter 1. Part 2, which was pretty much chapter 2, that took us through... well, part 1 took us through the sewers. It took us through the crypts. It took us through the Thieves Guild in the showdown with Khan! And ultimately, spoiler alerts, people, killing the bad guy, the Beholder. If you don't know what a Beholder is, it's like this crazy floating head, eyeball, magic-using, ridiculous thing. In D&D lore, it's one of the top enemies, probably up there with a gold or black dragon. You know, you don't fuck with a Beholder, basically, unless you're crazy. Es loco en la cabeza, en la mañana. It's in the garage. Another Family Guy quote. Yeah, you know, Family Guy, the early seasons, I mean, even now it's still pretty funny, but, I mean, we're big fans of probably the first couple 3 seasons. You know, that's where it was at. That's where the bread and butter's at. So yeah, part 1 covered that. Part 2, we went to the mountains. We went to the high desert mountains. We went to the cold top summit mountains. We went in some mines, some dank, nasty mines, and then, you know, back to the forest and back into the cave. Ooh, poison. These guys are gnarly. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. It's kind of hard to do these RPG style games. They're long and grindy, and I couldn't really figure out the best way to do a walkthrough of this, because a walkthrough would just take forever. And that guy's still chasing me. You know, if you wanted to see a complete total walkthrough and have coverage of every nook and cranny, I mean, you'd be watching a video that was probably like 20 hours long. I mean, not that that wouldn't be cool, but I don't know how many people that would actually want to watch that. I mean, I would want to watch it, but I'm weird. I like videos. I'm digging YouTube. Thanks, guys. You know, I'll just throw that out there. Plug. Shameless plug. Thanks, guys, for watching, making it such an enjoyable experience for us here at Brothers Forge. We're having a great time. We thank you for all your support and all your subscriptions and all that. So this guy right here is very long-winded, and this will probably be the one cutscene that I end up skipping.
Peace, peace. Show no. The warriors would. I have brought you here to ask the Onyx.
So this is your merchant as well.
If you wish to reach the tower, once before the great
you can ask him a bunch of more questions. You can.
Of your people.
He's got. He's the one vendor in the town. So it's a pretty cheesy cutscene. I'll show you a little bit of that. You know, we'll see what we can do with that. This map is pretty big. If you go this direction, you can head straight to the end, which is what we're gonna do. But there's a lot of side guys you can kill here if you're looking to power up, get some items. Mostly what you're looking for here is there's some stairs. You're gonna see them off to the right or so, or straight ahead. Oh, you want some? You want some? Yeah. Give me that. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, basically like I said, you go that way, you can skip a lot of stuff, kind of cut. You can cut through the middle, it might be faster. You're probably going to face some more enemies doing that, though. If you're not trying to face any enemies, you're trying to the meat, the potatoes. You can kind of go that way. I talked about. You hug the right wall. Basically, you can skip all of the enemies, if not, or well, most of them, if not all of them. This map is kind of similar. You can't go many directions, but there's a couple spots where you can dally and pick up some more gold XP, whatever you're looking for. said, right now we're gonna cut to the end. Cut right to the end. You know, you guys out there, if you're watching this longer play video, I don't know what the statistics are. You know, we're not big into statistics. I mean, they're helpful tools and they help you figure stuff out, but everybody's so unique and individual in their own way that it's very hard to classify what it is everybody wants to see, and I don't like those classifications. You know, I'd rather you know, it makes everybody just feel like a big blob. And, I don't know, I guess some people are okay with that, but anyway, like I said, if you're out there and you're of the mindset like you like to see long plays, like that's your thing. Man, that fire is rough. If you like to see long plays of games and you want to see every bit and piece of the game, if that's something you enjoy, drop us a comment. Let us know. Because I would be, you know, I'm not opposed to bringing entire, complete walkthroughs of games, live streaming, whatever you want to call it. I push record and I push play on the Xbox and go to town, you know, whatever. If that's the kind of stuff, if anybody out there is looking to see anything like that, you know, let us know. If you guys out there, if you just like seeing the gameplay in a quicker version, you know, let me know too, because I'm trying to kind of accommodate both people that would like the shorter play and the longer play. I'm kind of trying to meet it in the middle somewhere out there by express passage toward the end of the game, giving a little bit of both worlds. So, again, this level is pretty straightforward. You got to make it to the next hallway, passage down, whatever. I don't remember where it is, so if I get lost, I'll just cut straight to that. I think I did get a little bit lost, so. We've progressed through this map, and now we're gonna enter the outer keep. Okay, so we progressed through that last map onto the next map. It's a little bit more of the same, just grinding through here. So, you know, I'll show you a little bit, show you the action, the highlights, and cut straight to the next level. These guys chucking spears are not very nice, and the guys throwing bombs are not very nice either. And those guys aren't very nice either. Man, none of these guys are nice. Interesting thing, I actually meant to talk about this during the mines. Maybe I cut it out, I don't know, but those guys pissed me off. If you look at the character build, the character design, the model design, if you've played Warhammer or you're into the Warhammer Fantasy, anything like that, if you notice the Dark Rider guys, the Drow, they all look very similar to the character models you would see in Warhammer. And same with these Lizardmen. These look just like the Lizardmen. It's kind of crazy. I always wondered about that playing Warhammer, was that, oh dang, I'm taking damage. I always wondered about that, yeah, it's like, you know, if TSR, well, I can't remember if TSR originally made Warhammer, I don't think so, no, Games Workshop, so yeah, I don't remember exactly, you know, if Games Workshop was a branch of TSR back in the day, D&D guys, maybe they were similar minds or something like that. If anybody knows anything about that, go ahead and let us know. Drop us a comment. It would seem that they were a similar branch because they have such similar models. Okay, so here we're already passed through the inner keep. There's probably a couple levels in here. They should be pretty quick if I'm just blasting through. Two of these guys, that's not good. I had never seen the kobold set that before. That was interesting. Oh no, they're sicking the bees on me. Those are jerks. Yeah, that was not pleasant. Those mages are real a-holes. Where the Sam hell am I even going? They got me all turned around now. Whee! Perfect day to be playing an RPG in the house all day when it's nice and stormy outside and you got your cold or warm or hot beverage, whichever your liking is, on board. Maybe like a mixture. Whoa! Yeah, forget those fools. Cutting heads off. Typically in the direction of the save post is kind of the way you want to go. Not always, but usually they give you a save. Ah, shit, a boss. Should have saved.
You trespass. This is the land of my people. Set its rules here. I will put a spear through your heart and drink blood from your skull. Your bones I shall give to the tower.
This guy, he hits hard, as you can see, but you can do the roundabout trick and work him. He gets paused when you hit him hard, so, but he can one-shot you if you're not careful. Scale helmet. Oh, I guess he doesn't even drop anything. He just guards the rotting bog. Alright, so there we go. That was the mini-boss, the mid-level boss, if you will. I know you guys love you some SAO out there. Believe it. This map, you basically more of the same. I mean, you're going to the next, the next cave, the next mouth cave, whatever you want to call it. There's a spot coming up here where you fight these dudes that come out of the ground. I think it might be the only infinite spawning spot in the game where the mobs spawn infinitely. Now, whether you want to use that to your advantage and grind out some XP, that's up to you. The mobs are specifically difficult, though, and they take a toll on your potion status. Yeah, these guys, see, they hit hard even now, and they don't drop any XP or any gold or anything. But they're little dinos. I mean, come on. If you can hit them hard enough before they spawn, you get a little bit of time to kill them. So hit them hard, hit them fast before they come up. There is a giant one that comes out once you get to the main door, which I think is right here. Okay, so here he is. Here's the big guy I was talking about. I don't know if you have only a certain amount of time to kill him before he goes underground. That's the big Mamma Jamma. When I fought it on hard, it disappeared before I could kill it. Possibly now that that's dead, the other spawns won't come. So it's possible that you have another chance to kill him. I searched the area for a while looking to try to kill that guy, but there he is. He did for a good while. Almost when I played it on hard, I was hunting that big monster for a bit, trying to kill it because it appeared and then disappeared, and I was hunting it, trying to kill it. Burned through a good amount of my gold trying to get potions and some other things. Or not trying to get, but I burned through all my potions trying to kill it. And, I almost all my gold trying to buy in potions to kill it, and then now finally I killed it, and it didn't really do anything, so BFD. Alright, here's more of the same. We're going to grind through this dungeon. So it looks like we're going the right way now, possibly. Okay, so we made it through there. We're making it to the end. Again, this guy talks a lot, so we'll probably be the only cutscenes I skip in the whole game is this stupid lizard guy.
Your strength is great. This is the door to the world of water. There is gate to element plane of water in tower.
Basically what he says is that you can't, once you go here, you can't come back. They put a save post right next to that.
Breathe like fish for a short time.
Alright, so long fought through there. We're going to talk to this guy. He gives you, like I said, it's only cutscene I'm probably going to skip. He gives you an ability to breathe underwater, and like I said, once you go here, you can't come back, so be ready. Be ready, Freddy. Herein lies the end of the game. This is a really long and grindy part. Be prepared. Save your game. Take a break if you're not wanting to go through here. They try to give you a buttload of treasure. And since you can't recall, your bags are constantly full. What you can do, the game seems to save all the stuff on the ground, so like you leave the map and come back, it should still be there. So don't worry about it if you need to go back and stock up on potions or whatever. It'll all be there for you when you need it. And that's kind of the intention. So you can even purposely not break open the barrels and stuff. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to run to the end. Ooh, shiny. Why is there a save in here? Am I blind or something? Huh. Well, I guess I just put a save in there. Ow. Again, this level's kind of like a maze, so I'll try to give you the best route. So back at it, I picked up some sweet +5 plate boots. They're an upgrade by 3 armor class. Like I said, I'm not going to be searching every bit of chest and dungeon in here, or picking up all the drops. They give you a lot of drops. You can't exit out. You can't sell any of this crap. Unless you do an import of a character or whatever, then you can sell it out. There's no really no need for any of that. They give you enough drops through all the crates and barrels and enemies to fight those guys head on, because why the hell not? Alright, so that was level 1. Blasted through there pretty easy. Oh, hit the potion button, why not? See if I can remember how to get through here properly. Again, like I said, I'll show you a little bit of it, but I won't make you watch me wander around for no reason. So like I was talking about, if you're watching half plate mail plus 5, I already have that. I need full plate mail plus 5. At any rate, maybe this one will have it. Why not? Let's pick up some amulets of strength because I can. They sell for a lot. If you ever need money, whatever. So if you're watching our earlier, I think it was episode 2, I was talking about how we owned the original Baldur's Gate on PC when we were younger, and we played the game to the point where, you know, we liked to try to do things the hard way in those kind of games, because they're pretty open world. They let you do. I mean, you gotta follow a quest line or whatever, but they let you make a lot of your own choices. We ended up killing some of the NPCs early in the game because we found out they gave us really good loot, really good XP. So we killed like any NPC we could find, and ended up breaking the game. We couldn't like progress past a certain point. We also found that if the less party members you had, the more XP you got. So we set it up to where it was like we had the streamlined party. We had a tank and 2 archer. Ooh, maybe that's the plate I need. Full plate mail plus 3.
My back won't hold anymore.
Yeah, that's real nice. Looking solid, man. Never know where you're gonna need some arrows, so pick those back up. Alright, but yeah, anyway, so talking, finally got the plate I was looking for. I still need plus 5, or full plate plus 5, but full plate plus 3 will do nicely for now. I finally got the plate. Alright, restart. Finally got the plate plus 3. I was really looking for the plate plus 5, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Oh, bomb! Huh. Maybe the plus 5 plate will show up somewhere else. Like I was saying though, we found a way to streamline the Baldur's Gate PC game, where we basically broke the game, if you will. We liked to do that back in the day. That was kind of our thing. Alright, so that was tower level 1. We're entering tower level 2. There is 3 levels, I believe, and then the final level. But yeah, so on the Baldur's Gate PC, we broke it to the point of... Oh, these guys are rough and tough. We broke to the point where I think we couldn't even enter Baldur's Gate because we killed so many of the people we weren't supposed to kill. We didn't know what the hell was going on. We didn't know anything we didn't know there was a fucking experience cap back. You know, we'd never played a game that had an experience cap before, so we didn't know what the hell was going on. We're like, why can't we level? Why can't we get in the city? Why can't we do all this? And you know, we had no idea that a game would let you ruin the game like that. maybe you weren't supposed to. The NPCs that we were killing were particularly difficult. We had to like keep them out, like trap them in a corner, and you know, use arrows or do whatever it is that we did. We had pretty good methods of doing that kind of stuff. We played a lot of RPGs, a lot of D&D, a lot of stuff like that. We were pretty familiar with how to do stuff like that, and so, you know, maybe the programmers of that game didn't realize that people were going to do that, but we did it. And unfortunately, it ruined the experience for us because we put so much time and energy into defeating that, to doing what we did to that game, and basically made it so that we never finished it. And you know, unfortunately, that sucks. That would have been a cool game to finish. Apparently, they came out with like an expansion or two for it where they increased the level cap and shit like that. But at that point, we were already like, you know, whatever. And now you can't really play that game because it's on an old PC unless you get the whatever version. But I want to play that original 5-disc version of the game that we played growing up. Working on putting together some old DOS, at that point it was like Windows, whatever. Some old Windows machines so we can play that and have a good time. You know, that would be fun to go back through that game and maybe try to play it the right way instead of killing everybody. But yeah, if you hadn't ever played the PC version, it was a great game. Divinity Sin, that's the name of the game I was thinking of. So yeah, if you like the old style Baldur's Gate PC game, Divinity Sin, Sword Coast Legend. There's some out right now that you can play that are very similar to those games. I don't want to say they're as good as the original, but they're good. You know, they're decent. I played through most of Divinity Sin. I got kind of bored of it. It seemed to rely heavily on needing to. You had to use like. I mean, it was cool. You had to use like combinations of elements to win battles and. Like, it was cool, but you can only try to have to trap the guy in the oil spill so many times where it just, like, it becomes boring after you've done it a bunch of times. It's like, oh, okay, cool, I have to trap the guy in the oil and shoot a fire arrow at him again for the, like, 9th millionth time. But other than that, the game was totally cool. It wasn't... You could do what you wanted. I ended up killing a ton of NPCs, guys that were just pissing me off. I don't really like those games where you have to just quest, rinse, repeat. Those are boring to me. After a while, you can only do so many quests and you're tired of it. So I cannot hurt that fucker. I'm more apt to a game like this where yeah, you're doing a quest, but basically you're doing it as you go, and there, it's like one really long quest. I think that's more appealing to my style of gameplay. Alright, so through the battling of the thing, you get to this point here. There's basically a roundabout that takes you right here. So this is tower level 3. I believe this level is a little shorter than the previous 2. And then you go into some kind of forge or some crap. There's a couple more levels before we get to the end, but if I cannot get lost, we will get there shortly. There is one mob you absolutely want to kill in the next, on the next map. It drops the Onyx Blade, and it just makes killing the end boss much easier. Well, that guy's big and scary. Oh, it's embarrassing when you can't hit those fuckers. I believe if you go to the right, over there, it's another... You go back around, get some more gear, some more loot. We're just gonna mash. We're gonna mash. The monster mash. Woo. If that guy lands on you, it might hurt you. Not entirely sure. Ooh, ring of dexterity +5. That seems good. It's possible that the area I was talking about is within this level. Maybe you don't progress down another staircase. These gargoyles suck. I'll tell you what. Ooh, fine burst light mace. That's probably worth some bucks. Such a treasure whore. I can't help it. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. I love me some treasure. Damn rust buckets. Okay, so here is the part I was talking about, the Black Forge. There may be one, it might be all one big level, or there's another level to this. But this is where you're going to get the sword that you want to get. I believe they put it on the way, so it's not like hidden or anything. But it's on the route of progression that you would normally go on. Let's get some arrows, why not? Never know when you're going to need some arrows. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So I believe this guy is the guy that you want to kill. Oh no, that's not him. I'm pretty sure he was in here. Maybe he's not going to show up because I already have an Onyx Blade. I doubt that the game would be programmed that well. Let's see if I can remember. See if I can remember which way to go. Nope, nope, already failed. Most of these maps are roundabouts, so you just kind of go around in a circle. I don't even know if I need to kill that guy, I probably should. I probably won't be able to level up again before the end of the game. I mean, if I went back through and killed all the mobs, maybe. There is a spot at the end of the game that lets you get quite a bit of potions, so if you're hurting on potions up to this point, you will get a chance to refill. This guy's wrecking me. Okay, see, they tried to hide that door from you there. Oh, okay, so here's the guy. He drops the Onyx sword. I'll just pick up another one because I can. Intellect. Okay, so you do have to talk to the guy before you go in there. Okay, yeah, so you gotta talk to this guy before you go in there.
Your feet, they echo upon the flagstones. Your breath stirs the dust. Who are you walk this hall in flesh? In life, I was Cellar first captain of the Company of the Westering Sun. In death, I am nothing. The dead have no titles. hall of remembrance. I am one of its many prisoners, all soldiers of the westering sun, all fallen in battle, all slain by treachery. Our spirits are shackled to the walls and shadows of this tower. We are doomed to stand, to remember, and to wait for Elbereth's release, and our own. You will find her at the top of this tower, at her watch, waiting for battle. She knows you are here. She has attempted to seal you within this hall, as the stones of the Onyx Tower obey her will. But even as she is the mistress of the tower, our spirits are part of the tower as well. I shall allow the stones of this hall to part, so that you may reach her, and I pray, kill her for the last time. I pray the gods favor you. If not, then I fear no one shall be able to stop her.
So right there, you can ask him about the weakness. He'll go on about the different things, and basically, like I said, the sword, the onyx sword you get off that drop is what you want to use. Go sword forward on this biznatch with the missile titties. Kind of interesting.
So, the dogs of Baldur's Gate once again hound me, and all the way to my sanctuary this time, though it lies a horizon's distance from their walls. Can it be they fear me that much? They have that much wisdom, at least. Surrender? Huh. I hope best of death. I have nothing to fear from you, or Baldur's Gate. I served Baldur's Gate with all of my first life, only to be repaid with betrayal. They cost me a battle, the lives of my soldiers, and my reputation. Now I am but a sentence or two in a sage's book, a footnote, forever traitor. Now you dare to invade my fortress, demand my surrender? No, I shall not bend my knee to you or them ever. An eternity may die before I would ever consider showing them mercy. As I died, they shall die, alone, betrayed, and forever cursed. Then you shall die. I command this tower. I command all within it. All your small victories, all the damage you caused, can be undone. Know that as long as I stand, the war against Baldur's Gate shall continue, and I shall be victorious. You may hold the field, dog, but the day is mine. Now, let us end this.
That hit is brutal. You want to stay close because you don't want her to throw her blade. It'll really mess you up. Yeah, that blade throwing mechanical. So you don't want to stay too close to the lightning, but you want to stay close enough to not proc her throwing her blade.
Come to pass that I shall die twice, and this second time shall be the last. The tower will not hold. You must leave this place. I ask your forgiveness. I let anger cloud my vision. I harmed those who had sworn to serve me. In all these things, great harm has been done. Let Baldur's Gate have its peace.
I shall not rise again to challenge it, though it will doubtless need others such as you to defend it from others that wish it harm. Now, leave me to die. This tower shall be my tomb.
Get out of there.
In the flash of the portal's light, Eldrith's tower was no more. Lightning rained upon the tower, and flames as if from within. And thus, in a storm of fire and lightning, Eldrith died her second death. But it was all part of a much larger design.
It is done. Eldrith is undone. And her threat to us and our plans has been ended. And the Harper that defeated her, killed. Now we may continue without interference, Master.
Where did the portal lead? It led to a far distant land, far from Baldur's Gate, far from the Sunset Mountains, far from the marsh of Chalimber, and far from safety. But that is a tale for another time.
Classic. Love that phrase. Alright, well here comes some credits. If you missed what I said on that last boss, you want to stay close, stay away, don't let her proc that thrown weapon, melee, or not melee, but the sword when she throws it, it's deadly. You got to stay away from that. And basically if you can just, use the roundabout mechanic, watch out for her melee attacks, and stay close when she goes lightning form, because you don't want to be far away, because she'll throw that sword and one-shot you. So there you go. There's that. Oh, and have the sword and board with the Onyx shield. Should be fine. Here's some credits for you. If you want to watch them, go for it. I always enjoy watching the credits after I beat a game. It's a sense of accomplishment. Maybe you feel the same way. Maybe you don't. Well, here it is. If you want, stay tuned. Check out all these credits. Give credit to all these awesome designers and artists and all these people that worked really hard to bring this amazing game to us. Gotta love it. Thanks all you guys for watching. Thanks all you guys for programming and designing the game. Hey, maybe some of you are gonna watch this video. I don't know. But anyway, there's your walkthrough. 3-part Baldur's Gate experience. Let me know what you think. Drop us a comment. Feel free to subscribe and like our stuff. Either way. Thanks for watching. Brothers Forge Gaming. And just like that, the game ends. No new game plus. You know, you don't get really any more to the game than that. Like I said, you can export the characters. You can unlock the extreme mode. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you that real quick while we're here. You go to start new game and you go to the Gauntlet. Right here it explains to you if you want to unlock extreme mode, there's the rules. You get to be this guy. I believe Drizzt is... I talked about this earlier. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe Drizzt was one of the maker creator guys' like D&D character or something. And he's got his... This is his like his custom or trademark gear. You know, he's a dark elf, whatever. He's got his mithril and he's got his double scimitar of ice things that he uses. Whatever it is that he uses, those are like his trademark accessories. So, but anyway, you get this guy. He's got a couple magics. I like to use the spear, the icy thing, because it hits multiple guys, and this just does like a pushback. But yeah, anyway, so you got to clear through this whole thing. 15 minutes, no deaths. So good luck if you want to try it. Thanks for watching, guys. This was Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance on the Xbox. We appreciate you.